Well, now we know why Sony allowed people to review God of War Ragnarok a little bit early, and needless to say, the game has gotten some rather stellar reviews. With that being said, there's a lot of people that are taking to the Twitter streets and the social media streets to talk about God of War Ragnarok, and, basically saying that the game is getting positive reviews based on media bias of all things. Now, currently, as of I'm recording this, the game is a 94 Metacritic, which is very good. It's not the best Metacritic score of this year. That is to the much maligned Elden Ring, which I hate the Soul series, and I like, just judging by the performance issues of that game and all that kind of stuff, I don't see how that game got the score that it got, and I'm sure God of War definitely deserves the score that it has. You just see people obviously kind of going back and forth about this, talking about the reality of it, and that is that it's overwhelmingly positive. Of course, that's going to lead to a lot of people going back and forth talking about maybe there's some bias and things like that. I want to get into that because that's an interesting topic, and I think not enough people are, exploring that it does seem like a lot of PlayStation's games that are expected to score well, in fact, do score well. So let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please hit the like button. I would appreciate that as well. I'm looking to get 100 likes on each of these videos, as it would be much appreciated, and it's a very small goal, but nonetheless, still looking forward to that. So anyway, and you know what? I think that it's just one of those things that kind of happens, I could use your help. If you enjoy the content, maybe leave a like. Now, honestly, I expected the game to get pretty much the scores that it got. I don't believe that it's as good of scores as the first one. I think that one got a 96 overall. Might have got a 94. I don't know. But anyway, the interesting part about this is that, I think the initial reason that the game scored so well initially, the God of War, the last one, is because they totally changed the style of the game. It had gone from that over-the-top type of style, from a different sort of angle and things like that. And, actually God of War is a 94, so this one is a 94 as well. God of War 3 happens to be one of my favorite games. The original God of War got a 94. God of War 3 got a 92. Ragnarok 94. God of War 94. Let's see, Chains of Olympus, the PSP game, got a 91. God of War 2 got a 93. So yeah, these are, pretty much what you would expect. God of War Ascension got an 80, but I think that was more on the downturn of when, God of War 3 had come out, and it seemed like they maybe just rushed out this other game. And so, I actually thought it was okay. It felt more like DLC or something, but it was still, it was a good game. And God of War has a steady tradition of, pretty damn good reviews, and obviously it should. Now, I think that some of the reviews in here did question the fact that, this game is just kind of, it's not as much as a shock to the system, being that, Sony had already done this previously, so it's just more of that. So you would think that it would get a little bit less of a review because of that, but no, so again, there is 116 critic reviews, and, just looking at some of these, you have like IGN, Brazil. You know what I don't understand is why IGN, the different outlets, all count. There's multiple IGN Brazil, IGN Portugal, 100, IGN in North America, 100, IGN, let's see, there's like 4 or 5 different IGNs from around the world that all count. Yeah, so I mean, like, you could look at that, and I understand that sort of argument, that people would say, well, this game is a good game, but is it a 94? Listen, I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I have it pre-ordered. Oh, IGN Italia gave it a 95. So, it's very interesting when you see that stuff. Game Informer gave it a 95 as well. We're seeing all these great reviews, and I think, if you're an Xbox fan, like I'm an Xbox fan, but I can firmly admit that, God of War is a brilliant series, and it's a franchise that has been great pretty much right from the start. And it continues to do amazing things. Now, Does that mean that, you don't have a point if you point out that, 10 of these sites that reviewed it and gave it a great score are named after PlayStation? No, I mean, like, that's perfectly fine to bring that up, because I feel like, at the end of the day, people kind of are going to bring that up regardless. For me personally, it's not a big deal, because the ones that lay the most weight are clearly the IGNs of the world and stuff like that. So to me personally, I think that it gets the review score that it deserved. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. I mean, I did think that last generation, some of the sites were a little bit too harsh on Microsoft, Xbox One, and what have you. But, listen, congratulations to Sony Santa Monica and Sony, and this is the banger, hopefully, that I've been waiting for all year. It's like was supposed to be the year of years. We were going to get God of War, we were going to get Starfield and Suicide Squad, and Hogwarts Legacy, and Lord of the Rings Gollum and Avatar, and we're going to get all these great games, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, and everything pretty much got delayed except for this. So yeah, it is a little bit interesting to see how things are kind of coming about here. And I'm sure, listen, people are going to look at this differently. If you're an Xbox fan, yeah, you're going to be a little bit pissy because Microsoft hasn't delivered this year. But you know what? It looks like they're going to be delivering next year quite a bit. So, I do think that, we'll probably see some great stuff from them next year. And I think that things are going to I think the egg, as they say, is turning in the Xbox favor, and we'll continue to see that be a thing, because, guess what? Microsoft has a ton of games announced already. And, will they, people are obviously going to want to try to compare God of War Ragnarok to them, which I think is kind of a foolish thing to do, since, God of War Ragnarok, this has been a franchise that's been ongoing and just really is just always been top of the heap, just such a great franchise, and Microsoft is doing their own thing. Like, you can't compare Starfield to that, or Redfall to that, or, Forza to that. It's just obviously not a smart thing to do, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know, people might feel differently. How do you guys feel about the reviews? Do you think there's some media bias there, or do you think that the game deserves the reviews that it's getting? I mean, is it just salty fans, or, at the end of the day, I would love to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on that, because that's what matters most. And I hope that at the end of the day, we start to see more games that, competition breeds competition, and it pushes each other. And hopefully something like this will make, Microsoft studios go, man, I wish we could do something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, Forza Horizon series is up there, but it's a completely different ball game with a racing game versus like an action adventure game, at least in my opinion. But I'm looking forward to picking up. Let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. As always, thank you so much for watching. Crap Gamer out.